Why is Bear the main villain in Obsession? Hi, hello, yes, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I'm kind of scared to do this because I'm afraid that I'm going to make a fool out of myself. I feel like I didn't know if I should do this or how I should be doing this, but I wanted to do a thing where I dissect and talk about my opinions about a certain film that I've recently watched and my opinions about it. Kind of like dissecting the parts that I liked as a filmmaker and everything like that. So I decided to do Obsession and talk about it because I just saw it in movies and I thought it was amazing and I wanted to sit down and talk about it. A few disclaimers. Number one, I am so ADHD, so everything is gonna be like da 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 da. So my best advice is just try to keep up. Number two, this is just my opinion of the film. This doesn't not have to do with like the film in general. Like, this is just my opinion of the film. If you have a different opinion, I would love to talk about it. I also gather information with my other friends, a little bit on TikTok, but not really. But if it does seem like I did take it from TikTok, let me know who the person is so I can give credit where credit is due. The third thing is that this is not really attached to anything. I have a microphone and my camera. I just thought this was really cool. And yeah. Alright, let's get started. Have your main characters. Also, I will be looking at my phone to make sure that I got everything right. You have Nikki, Bear, Ian, and Sarah. Those are your four main characters. So in the opening film, you have Bear kind of just talking to Ian, basically just trying to see, like, okay, should I confess my feelings for Nikki? Should I not confess my feelings for Nikki? Like, I don't know what to do. Obviously, like, Ian's kind of like, do what you want to do, but that's kind of fucking embarrassing you want to do that, which, honestly, like, I liked how he opened up to her, like, how he, like, practiced, and I thought that was really sweet, how he was so vulnerable. I feel like people are not so vulnerable nowadays, and I think that's so nice how he was willing to be vulnerable. And yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was really sweet. So obviously in the opening film, you see that, and you have this idea of, okay, like, our named protagonist, Bear, has a crush on a girl named Nikki. That's all you know so far. So, going into it afterwards, you see Bear coming home to his cat dead. Which oh my god, if you know me, I do not like animal deaths! That was, like, the saddest part in the movie theater when that happened. I was just like, oh, why did the cat deserve it? Also, shout out to this little cop. It says, if it focuses, it's gonna focus. It says vicious little thing. It is so fucking cute. Also, side note, do we love the spooky corner? I'm calling it the spooky corner because there's a bunch of spooky things. I'll show you guys in a sec. But I fucking love this corner. So we come home, so Bear comes home and he sees his cat dead on the floor. And obviously he's really close to this cat, he loved this cat, and he figured out what happened immediately. The cat broke in and took a bunch of medication, ate a bunch of medications. Now, I have my opinion on this. I feel like, okay, this is so interesting. Like, you have a bunch of medications that you, like, your broken filing cabinet, like the broken filing cabinet, not filing cabinet, what the hell is it called? Like, broken mirror on the wall that you need to get fixed. And you see that he takes a lot of medications. So I'm thinking in my head, my first opinion of this guy is, okay, he's super unorganized, but also I feel like there's something, might be a little cooped up in the head, maybe. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I feel like I'm not a mental health doctor. I'm not a doctor at all. It's just my opinion that I think there might be something a little wrong with him. So afterwards, he's cleaning up the blood. He's cleaning up everything else. He's, like, already feeling like shit that his cat died. And he gets a phone call from who? Nikki. Now, this is the girl he has a crush on. She's like, oh my gosh, like, how is your day? You should come out. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And she's like, come on, like, Bear, like, it'd be so much fun. And he's like, come on, like, my cat just died. I don't know. And obviously, like, she's kind of just trying to get him to go out. He's like, oh, fine. So eventually he does go out, but on the phone call, you hear that a crystal breaks. And you might be wondering, okay, why does that matter? So the crystal I think it was a clear quartz, if I'm mistaken. It was a crystal, and it fell down the drain, which I think everyone's like, well, how did that happen? My opinion, I think that it was like one of the necklaces. Let me try to pick up a necklace I have, like this. Shout out to Gideon for giving me this beautiful necklace. It's so gorgeous. That was tied around her neck and then just fell off and then fell into the drain, which, oof, been there, girl. Ain't fun at all. So that happened, and obviously Bear feels really upset about it, and he's like, I'm gonna try impressing the girl. So he is like, okay, I want him to like get her something nice. So he goes to the crystal shop, and he's kind of like looking around, and he, like, you kind of realize Nikki's character. Basically, she's not all sunshine and bottles, like sunshine and bubbly, not bottles. What am I saying? She's not all sunshiny and like all the go-getter, the I'm so bubbly. She's very chill and relaxed and very mellow. You can also see that she loves to help people. So in the beginning of the film, you kind of see like, okay, who is this Nikki girl about, before actually seeing her in the film. So here is my thing where I'm like, Bear, you are such a fuck. Hello? Sorry, my these walls are a bit thin. So then I kind of realized, Bear, you're a fucking dumbass for this specific reason. So obviously he's looking around to find a gift for this girl, and he finds a thing called the One Wish Willow. And he's like, all right, this seems interesting. Like, I think I'll just buy this then, like, and see what's up with it. And obviously, like, he's asking questions, like, has anyone complained about this before? Like, does this actually work? Like, he's kind of intrigued with this One Wish Willow. Now, if you know anything about witchcraft or magic or anything like that, the main rules are you cannot wish upon death upon anybody, and you can't force people to fall in love with you. Let me just say that again. You cannot force people to fall in love with you if they're not in love with you already. Because it is selfish and rude to force someone to be in love with you when they're clearly not in love with you at all. So, I'm already thinking, what is this guy going to do with this One Wish Willow? So, they get to the bar, they're having fun. Ian's kind of like, come on, like, ask her out. And he's like, shut the fuck up. You see Sarah and Nikki getting along, talking. All four of them are chit-chatting, being all nice and chill. And you see that Nikki goes up to the bar to grab, like, a couple drinks. And then Bear, like I said, ADHD, and then Bear decides that he's gonna go up and talk to her. So he's trying to get the courage to say that he likes her. He's trying to be like, yeah, like, my cat died and everything like that. And she's like, oh my god, that sucks, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. So he's just trying to spark up conversation with Nikki, trying to admit that he has feelings for her. So obviously he doesn't want to, because hello, it's Bear, he doesn't want to talk about his feelings. And a bunch of people start coming up, like, what's the guy, Ian and Sarah come up afterwards, and then you kind of see Sarah and Bear alone. Now this part, I'm thinking, oh, okay, Sarah has a bit of a thing for Bear, which is so funny because in the movie you see that Sarah kind of has a thing for Bear, but Bear is so fucking delusional and doesn't see it. Like, he doesn't appreciate the things that are in front of him. You want, in life, I'm taking a side note, I'm taking a skirt real quickly. In life, people want things that they can't have, especially people. The more you can't have it, the more you want it. I have seen that in my day-to-day life. I've experienced it. I know a lot of other people experienced it. And that is what Bear is doing. So, Bear is like, yeah, my cat died. And Sarah feels awful and gives him this hug. Now, you might be wondering, why does the hug matter? Oh, baby, it matters. because Nikki picks up on that. And he like gives her, like, she gives him this warm hug of I'm so sorry. Basically just really, really leaning in on Bear. Bear's like, yeah, whatever, like, it is what it is. Like, obviously it's not like it is what it is. He's like, it fucking sucks, my cat just died. So they're coming home from the bar. Ian's like, let's go for another round. And everyone's like, Nikki's like, no, I just want to go home. So this is where the drive gets interesting. So, I like how I did that with the microphone. So, Nikki and Bear drive home together. And they're talking in the car. And they're just driving up conversation, trying to make small talk. And I forgot, like I said, I should have taken notes in the movie theater, but I did not. I'm going to do that next time. So, they were kind of like chit-chatting. And Nikki and the Bear were talking. And she was like, yeah, you know, like, whatever. And then he goes, hey, I gotta tell you something. And she's like, well, what is it? Just spit it out. And he's like being like all shy about it, kind of like, oh, I don't want to say anything. And she's like, oh my god, just fucking say it, dude. I hate when people do that. When you're like, oh, I have to tell you something. And they're like, never mind. She's like, no, just tell me what you want to say. So it's like, oh my god. So it's funny because it's so funny because I have done that in the past and everyone's like, oh my god, Emily, just say what you want to fucking say. So Bear is like, whatever, like, I'll see you later, freaky Nikki. And she turns around and she goes, what the fuck did you just say? And then he's like, oh, I should not listen to Ian. I feel like, okay, so I feel like, taking a pause, I feel like Ian purposely was sabotaging Bear because, and you know later in the film, Ian and Nikki were hooking up. So I feel like Ian was sabotaging Bear for Nikki. I feel like Ian and Bear are both very selfish people. Anyways. Oh, I make good iced coffee. So anyways, he's like, oh my god, like, I fucked this up. And then he brings out the one wish swallow. He barely even reads the directions at all. He just goes, I really wish that Nikki was the only girl who was in love with me. And, like, basically obsessed. Which, like I said, it's a selfish thing to do because obviously we know that Nikki has no feelings for Bear at all. And wishing upon that is the most selfish thing you can ever do to somebody because basically he's trapping her. He is trapping her to make her be worshiping the ground he walks on. So obviously Nikki comes back and she's like, hey, like, I just can't be alone tonight. Can I just come over? Like, can you come over? And he's like, and then this is the thing that got me. He's all like, oh, I don't know. Like, I feel like as soon as she gave him the attention he wanted, he's like, I don't want it anymore. Because he liked the chase. He liked the chase so much where when the once he's got it, he's like, I don't know. Whatever. So. He's like, no, like, I really don't want to. And she goes, please, like, my dad has cancer. He's dying. And he's like, oh, I didn't know this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm like fixing my pillow. It's kind of like giving my... Look at this. I got it at Dollar Tree. Isn't it so cute? I named it Binks. Alright, Binks, back you go. So she's like, yeah, like, my dad has cancer. And he's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I guess I can, like, you can come over. So she comes over. And it's funny because, like, I forgot to tell you this part. So she's acting really weird. And he's like, what the fuck? Because he's so confused, because this is not like Nikki at all. And as soon as she sees herself in the mirror, she's like, what the fuck am I doing? Because she's seeing herself. I feel like my friend Natalie explained this perfectly. When Nikki saw herself in a mirror, anytime she just sees herself in a mirror, she snaps out of it. Because she's realizing, like, this is her. What the fuck is she doing? Because this is not like her. And immediately she's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on. So she snaps out of it in the beginning, like snaps in and out of it. So he's like, okay, like, yeah, I'll just come back to my place. So he comes back to my place. They go back to their place. They start, smooching it up. A little bow chicka bow bow. Oh my god, I'm so fucking cringy. And like I said, they start making out. Bear is very hesitant about it, and she just makes out with him. Sorry, my aunt texted me. I'm finally getting my car fixed. Yes. Anywhoosies. So basically, they start like making out, and then like you see like the little mirror in the back, and that is actually really important because then she snaps out of it. She literally falls off the bed. She's like, what the fuck am I doing? And he's like, well, what's wrong with making out with me? That is the selfish part. The first thing he didn't say was, oh my god, are you okay? I am so sorry. Like, he's basically being like, what is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Like, what's so wrong with sleeping with me? Which, sir. Sorry, there's like things in my coffee. You selfish bitch. First off, I hated how he wasn't like, oh my god, are you okay? Is everything alright? No, he literally just said, whoa, what's wrong with you? Like, what's so wrong with sleeping with me? Throughout that movie, I just wanted to shake him violently. So she's like, hey, can we lay in bed? And he's like, alright, like, I don't know about that. And like I said, I think it's just funny because like he got what he wanted, and now he's regretting it. And I like how with her obsession with him, it's not like immediately. It slowly builds up over time. And I think it's funny because I remember in the beginning of the movie, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna put like my 2 weeks in, like I need a raise, I don't want to work here anymore. And then she just fucking stays at that job because of him. Because of him. So, anyways, they go to work together. Ian's like, oh, did you guys like sleep together? And he's like, something happened. And everyone's kind of like, hey, like, is Nikki good? She's acting kind of like a little interesting. And then Bear's like, yeah, no, she's fine. Like, everything's fine. Like, everything's good. So in the overtime of the film, you kind of see them like developing this cute relationship, laying together, cuddling, playing music, watching stuff. It's like a very, very romantic thing they're doing. And throughout it, it's just getting weird. Like, everyone's noticing that Nikki's not acting herself.